Hey guys, we are here at GenCon 2015. Imperial Assault Boba Fett just came out. This model is really great. So I always pictured like flames coming out of his jetpack, 2 guns to the side, crazy model. It's not what we got. We got a much more subtle.
This is Assault Boba.
This is Assault Boba. He's like running and shooting. It's pretty good. So let's talk about Boba Fett.
Let's talk about Boba Fett. We're starting with red. I guess we are. He's only red.
Yeah, that's how the bad dudes are, right? Like Vader's red. They're just elites. They're just they are what they are.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right, Boba Fett. He's unique. He's scum and villainy. He's 13 points.
He's an infamous bounty hunter.
He is an infamous bounty hunter, subtext, but his trait is hunter, which is important for command cards. All right, we're going to run down the stat line really quick, and then we're going to freak out.
Tell me.
12 health, pretty good for 13 points. 6 speed. 6. That's incredible.
He's probably got to run around all the obstacles, though.
He doesn't run, he flies. He is a flying deity of Star Wars. 6 speed, black defense, so he's got the old armor on. Blue, yellow, green. Solid combination. So here's the thing. It's not a bunch of damage, per se.
It's accurate.
But it's accurate. He can shoot from a long distance. He can move really fast. And he's going to probably get surge. Like, almost guaranteed. But he has +1 block, +1 surge cancel built in. Just auto. He's like, hey, what up? You can't hit me. He's mobile. Mobile, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is he 6 speed, you can't get in his way.
He can just fly.
For objectives, that's insanity. He also has Surge for Pierce 1 and Surge for Weaken. Now, Weaken is a new type, new token condition type.
A very new condition.
To run it down, Weakened, while you have the Weakened token, so if you get hit by someone shooting you with Weakened, while attacking, apply -1 Surge to the attack results. While defending, apply -1 Surge cancel to the defense results. Discard this condition at the end of your activation.
You can't take an action to get rid of it.
So what that means
yours.
is if I shoot Boba Fett or Vader or some important unit, first activation of the turn. Now you have a choice, right? Like normally you want to save your better activations towards the end of the turn. And now if you save it, every time I attack you, you have 1 less surge cancel.
Every time you talk to me about Weekend, I get more excited about it.
That's how it should be. It's awesome. All right, so now we have something very interesting. Like I saw this and freaked out a little bit. I peeked. I had to peek at the Boba Fett stuff.
What?
Explosive armaments.
What is this?
It's a 1-cost skirmish upgrade.
Has this happened before?
No. That's why we're freaking out.
Well.
It's an attachment. You have to attach it to a hunter or a droid, which basically means Boba Fett, IG-88. There's actually a lot more than that. There's a lot of hunters and a lot of droids, and there's only going to be more. It is a scum upgrade though, so you can't like make R2-D2 a hunter. That doesn't work.
You were close with the girl that could bring in a deployment card, but that's why I said non-upgrade.
That's why I said non-upgrade.
Boom, here's an upgrade card.
Each figure in this group gains, for 2 surge, +1 damage, blast 2. Yeah, that's a second take. Blast 2. You just pay 1 and give someone blast 2. Now, let's be real here though. Double surge is pretty hard. Unless
you're rolling all these surge
Unless you're rolling all these dice. Or you're IG-88 and you're like, hey, I'm gonna roll 2 yellows.
Oh,
and now I have blast
man.
2. That's a problem. And for 1,
man,
you know how many
blast is
lists end up
crazy.
with 1 point left and not much to do besides nothing? A lot of them. 1 point.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, that's
So,
really good.
as with command cards, when they have a name on them, they're really good.
Okay.
That's at least that's the historical trend.
All
That's
right.
the trending of the stock market here.
Okay.
So let's talk about the Mandalorian tactics. 3 cost, 1 in your deck, Boba Fett only.
Ooh, it's a double action.
Cost 2 actions.
That means it's big.
Perform 2 attacks. Apply +1 surge to each attack's results. Instead of choosing 1 ability from Battle Discipline, apply all of the listed abilities. Now, I just realized, we got so excited about Weekend, we skipped over the rest of Boba Fett. So, what is Battle Discipline and why does it matter for Boba Fett?
What is Battle Discipline?
We'll get to it in a second.
Oh, Battle Discipline is an ability.
It is an ability. So he's mobile, Pierce 1,
completely
and
skipped
Weakened. He has Battle Discipline, which we'll go ahead and cover. When you declare an attack, choose one of the following abilities to apply to that attack. +2 accuracy, built in.
Are
or
you kidding me?
Surge for 2 damage. Or Surge for Recover.
2 on a 12 health
So
model?
if you play Mandalorian attacks, you get 2 attacks that automatically have +2 accuracy,
Oh,
+2 damage,
my
and
goodness.
recover 2. You know what auto recover means? Holy.
Wait, it's +2 accuracy and then surge for +2 and surge for recover. You don't get that recover and
You choose
damage.
one of them.
Right. But if you do
Typically.
Mandalorian
But
attack,
if you do Mandalorian armor, Instead of choosing one, apply all of its listed
Right.
abilities.
But you don't just get the damage. You have to have the surges to spin, which isn't hard since you get +1 surge. Okay.
Yeah, you apply all the
I
listed
got a little
abilities.
too excited. Not
Sorry.
that it matters,
Sorry
because
for,
you're going to get the surge
for too
anyway.
exciting. All right. He also has battle presence. After a hostile figure voluntarily exits the space adjacent to you. So if you're next to Boba Fett and you move, you suffer a strain. Limit once per figure per round.
Okay.
That's actually
It's all right.
no. It's great. You're like, convince me.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Tell
So
me more.
Scum and Villainy is pretty good at inducing strain, and that means you either take a direct damage or you discard the top card of your command deck.
Okay.
They have a lot of command cards. They have a lot of abilities. The Trandoshans, if you shoot within 3, you have
Yep.
to take a strain.
Right.
IG-88, if you shoot within 3, they have to take a strain.
Right. Right.
But the problem is they just don't have enough.
Yeah.
Like, it's so close.
And
You-
it's strain and skirmish. What is strain and skirmish?
So
do for
strain
those
and campaign
plays?
is great, right?
Right.
It's
Yeah, I
just
remember
great.
strain because I just strain up the guys. So they
just
can't do any of their crazy
strain
stuff.
and skirmish, you either have to discard the top card of your command deck,
Oh gosh.
and if you can't do that, or if you choose not to do that, you have to just take a damage.
Oh, that's really good.
I
Again,
told you it's
command
really
cards
good.
win games.
So the thing is, if you can get rid of their deck, like if they have 3 models like next to each other, right, which tends to happen, you go move Boba Fett next to them, they all have to stay there or take a strain. So
That's
like
real
pretty
good.
quickly that gets annoying.
Yeah. Stay there, throw some blasts their way. I mean, Boba's going to take some damage, but not too bad.
I mean, but he has recover, man.
He has recovery. It doesn't
And he's
matter.
Boba Fett.
He's Boba
All right.
Fett.
Next up, another command card. 1 point, 1 in your deck has
Capture
to be
the
a
Weary.
hunter.
Oh, it's so good.
Capture the
So
Weary.
good.
I love that art. Use an action. Choose an adjacent hostile figure. That figure becomes weakened. Straight up. If that figure was already weakened, it suffers 2 strain instead.
Oh my goodness, that's 2 cards or 2 damage.
This is really the question. Fundamentally, this is the question.
That's so good. That's so
Is
good.
strain legit in skirmish or not? And up till this point,
It was not.
It's so frighteningly close.
Yes.
But the real problem with it is not even that strain's not a thing, it's that scum hasn't been a thing because they're just not quite there.
They're not there. Yeah, you'd splash them in.
But imagine if they got Tuskens, and imagine if they got Boba Fett. Would they be better?
They did. They did get Tuskens, and they did get Boba Fett, and
When
they
did
are
that
better.
happen? Right
Just
now.
Just now.
All right, so I'm curious to see if strain really becomes a thing.
Yes, that's really cool.
Please, someone do it.
to just get rid of
I'm
that.
gonna do
deck.
it.
I
Tim
love
do it.
I love
Jonathan do it.
I love it.
All right, jump jets. This sounds fun. 1 cost, 1 in your deck. Any small figure. Any?
Any.
Use an action. Place your figure in an empty space within 5 spaces.
So you can give jump jets to anybody. You can give jump jets to a Tusken Raider.
The insanity! All right, so let's talk about this for a second, right? On like Boba Fett, right? You're spinning action, and it's like, well, I have speed 6, so why wouldn't I just move?
Right.
Well, there's actually a couple reasons you don't want to just move.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, tell me more about this.
First off, Boba Fett's a little different because he's mobile, so he can just go through enemy models.
Right, right.
No problem. All the other models can't just go through other enemy models.
Right.
It costs extra points to move through them.
Right.
So paying 1, choose a space within 5. Part 1. Part 2 is that not like think about Boba's own ability. When you're next to a model and they move away from you, then they take a strain, right? So like maybe the only way to get through is to go next to Boba Fett or to go next to models. And there's so many cards. It's like there's the I forget it, but it's the Royal Guards use it all the time. When you leave a space next to a Royal Guard, they get a free attack.
Right. Right. Basically,
Or-
an opportunity attack.
There's all sorts of that insane like just
Yeah.
you don't want to be next to models.
No.
So if you can just
No.
jump jets,
Yeah,
you can jump jets. But riddle me this.
All right, riddle me. I'll riddle anything. right
Imagine
now.
there was a map
Okay.
with like, you know how you're on a Star Destroyer and there's like the Lambda sitting there and
Yeah.
there's like a hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a hole. Like
Yeah.
or there's a gap, or like maybe there's a map where there's like a bridge.
Oh.
Imagine if you could jump from the ridge to off of the bridge.
First of all, that's cool. Second of all, it's cinematic. Third of all, yes.
And
yes, I would do that.
Imagine a Tusken with jump jets jumping over the big hole in the Star
It's
Destroyer.
the funniest image to me.
So I don't know. For 1 point, I don't know how useful that card ends up being, but it seems
It seems pretty good.
useful.
I mean, if you have 1 point left over, you're going to take the upgrade. If you have 2 points left over, maybe throw in some jump jets.
Well, that goes in your command deck.
Yeah.
That command point decks, not skirmish point decks. You get 15 points to build that command
I
deck.
had a lot of coffee.
You've had too much coffee.
had too much coffee.
So that's Boba Fett. That's his stuff. We didn't go over the missions that you get or the scenarios you get.
You get
in
missions
skirmish.
too?
You also get missions to add to the game. And can you imagine who comes out in those missions?
I bet it's Boba Fett.
So, Boba Fett, Imperial Assault Skirmish getting more interesting than ever. Boba Fett's incredible. Incredible. We'll have plenty of more content coming from GenCon 2015, including more Imperial Assault videos. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next video.